do? Back with another one. Still catching up on season 6 before it ends. Tap in, tap in. Let some of y'all get off up in here. Y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button. Let's get it going. Let some more of y'all get off up in here. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. Y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on. Let's get it. Join the Double Up Empire.
Historic left field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Let's go, we're kicking off.
Here's the longtime Bronco, Jason Elam, to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Begin this drive with C.J. Spiller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Justin Jefferson. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers.
All right.
Justin Jefferson, 67 yards. And the Packers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll start the drive with a carry by Emmett. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Now a play fake. Breeze. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. But now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
2nd down and 8. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still linebackers set the edge.
Here's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's caught inside the 30. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 6-0 our score after 1. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Packers are able to extend their lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On play action. Now Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Rolling to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
On play action, it's Breeze. And he's
Let's go.
in for a Charger touchdown. Devin Hester, 30 yards. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And it's now 13-7. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. Hester to return from his end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now Herbert off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Breeze now on first down. Flush to his right. This one taken in by Hester. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
God.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the 5-time Pro Bowler Troy Vincent.
That's cool.
And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive. And it's been paying off for them so far.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Play action. Breeze. He'll buy some, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brady credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got Hester complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And that's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Micah Parsons Parsons able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Breeze. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert now. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Cole Kmet from 6 yards away. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 66 yards. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and run it here, but he will not make it into the end zone. He stops short, and that might spell an end to their chances as this stays a 3-score game. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. Hester to return from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Hester to return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's got to been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Herbert. Buying time to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They run behind center with Spiller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. On 4th down, Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a Packer 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So it's all over.